Hello everyone and welcome to Rust City of Tarkov update video number 5. And today there's quite a lot to talk about. There's a bunch of new stuff I gotta show you, as well as tons of changes and bug fixes. The update is coming out on the 5th of February, 2 PM EDT time as always. And with this update we're having a full wipe. That means the map, the hideouts, the tasks, everything is being wiped with this update. Now if you want to stay up to date with all of the information regarding this project, make sure you subscribe to this channel, as well as being in the Discord where I post all of the updates. And if you enjoy the server, make sure to check out the VIP store in the description. Alright, let's get into what this update features. The biggest new feature coming this month is the Flea Market. It works similarly to how it works in Escape from Tarkov, allowing you to put items for sale and other players can buy these items. The Flea Market will be available from the hideout after unlocking Intelligence Center level 1. I've also changed the requirement for Intelligence level 1. It used to require Security level 2, but now it requires Security level 1, which should make it much easier to unlock. Now the way the Flea Market works is that you're gonna go to the Create Offer tab, you're gonna select your item, put your price, it will calculate the fee, and then you can post it on the Flea Market if you have enough money, of course, to pay the fee. When posting an offer, you'll see that there is an average price, there is the lowest price, and these stats are kind of based on items that are on the Flea Market and also the trader prices. So this will kind of give you an idea for what price to put on for your offer. Once that offer is placed, other players can purchase it from the Flea Market. When the offer has been purchased, the money will appear in this new box under the Intelligence Center. A Flea Market offer that is not purchased after 7 days will expire, and you will get that item back in the same box that you get the money. Each player can have a maximum of 10 offers, and you can view all of your offers in the listings page, where you can also remove those offers. The Flea Market is always sorted by the cheapest price, so the cheapest price would always appear first. And that will also include the traders if you have those items unlocked. Now you can sell almost any item you want, and this will become very useful for doing tasks and also completing your hideout. When searching for an item, you can see you can select the categories and you can also select subcategories. So if you're doing a task that requires shotguns, you can go to weapon, then to the type shotguns and find the shotgun that you can purchase. And that goes for everything. The ammo, the resources, the construction stuff, absolutely everything has categories and subcategories, making it really easy to search. Now if you're not into that, you can also just use the item search feature. Just type the item that you're looking for and then a bunch of them will appear and you can select the one you're looking for, and then you'll see all of the offers for that item. So that's everything for the Flea Market. Now let's talk about some of the other things that I've added. I've added a new command that will allow you to view all of your extracts. The command is basically extracts or extract, and it will show you the list of all of your available extracts. So if you're running to an extract and you're not sure whether it's unlocked or whether it's on cooldown or not, you can just use this command. It will show you everything that is available. And you also have the ability to focus on an extract, so it will render the text from absolutely anywhere on the map, so you always know where you're going. I've also adjusted the cooldown times for all of the extracts, so they should make much more sense now. Some of these were like 40 minutes, 30 minutes, so a lot of these have been decreased down to 20, 15 minutes, which would make it much better. Some of them even go all the way down to 10 and 5 minutes, depending on where you unlock them on the Intelligence Center or the security level. I've also added recyclers to some of the safe zones. I know a lot of people wanted that. I've added some new diesel spawns around factory, customs and reserve. And I've added some of the missing items to the price pool. Rust has had a couple of items for quite some time that I haven't given any price to, and that includes some of the pies, the flowers, some of the new teas, some of the vehicle modules didn't have any prices, and that basically means you cannot sell them to the traders or buy them from any traders. So all of them have been added now, and that also means you can sell them in the Flea Market, which is very important for the Flea Market. Now for all of these small changes and bug fixes that I've done this wipe. The first noticeable thing that you're gonna see is the prices at the traders. Almost every item had its price changed in a way that you will see differences between traders now. You used to see guns and body armor and ammunition being sold at the exact same price between traders, but now you see that each trader has unique prices for every item. I've done quite a lot of performance improvements on reserve and factory. I've removed around 1500 to 2500 prefabs on the locations. It should make it much easier for lower end CPUs to run. There's still of course a lot of improvements that I'm planning to do in the future along with Rust updates as well. I've made it much easier to build and walk up the large mountains that you can see in the background of the map outside of woods, and I fixed some visual and terrain problems in some areas on the map. I fixed a lot of bugs to do with the hideout. This wipe we had quite a bit of bugs that just came out of nowhere because we had a lot more players. There were problems where sometimes players started spawning in other players' hideout. That was kind of horrible, and that should be fixed now. There was a problem when people were disconnecting outside the hideout, is would bringing them back when they joined, so that was kind of weird too. There was another problem when people couldn't join the server if they had a below 24 gigs of RAM, would just get stuck in receiving data, so that should also be fixed now. And there are just like a ton of other UI and bugs dealing with extracts and hideouts and just NPCs. There's a lot of stuff that I fixed this wipe. It would make it a much smoother experience now. And lastly, I've also adjusted some of the VIP rewards. I wanted to keep that to the end of the video because that's not relevant to a lot of people. But I've added the security level 1 to scavenger, I believe, and security level 1 intelligence level 1 in escape edition, and then level 2 intel and level 2 security on the supporter edition. This will just kind of give you better like cooldowns on extracts and also instant flea market access and instant trader task access from the hideout. This is of course just for the people who are gonna subscribe to the VIP, and it would make it much better, much more rewarding. And I'm also planning to add a lot more rewards for VIP subscribers in the future. So in this part of the video, I'm going to talk about everything that I'm going to add in the future. Now, I've started work on the next map that is coming, and it is actually not labs. Originally, I said it was going to be labs, but I kind of changed my mind, and instead I started working on the map Ground Zero. If you're not familiar with Escape from Tarkov, it is basically those big towers that you always see in the background of the map. You always see them, and it's basically that map. These like skyscrapers in like this part of the city, and it would be really cool. I've already started working it. Been working it about like a month, month and a few weeks now, and it's looking really great. I'll put some pictures on the screen right now that you can see. It would be a very different map because it would be kind of like modern and have like the streets and the buildings, and kind of it would look really nice, and it will also be the beginner location. There's going to be sort of like a tutorial cutscene kind of thing that I'm planning over there. I think it would be really cool for new players. It would really like help like retain and draw in. It would be like an experience that has never been seen before in Rust. I'm really excited for that feature. And I'm also planning to add the secured container possibly within the next month, for the next 2 months. I'm really excited for that too. And maybe those keys that I promised, the different keys for every door, that might take me a little bit of a while, I'm not sure. But it might make it with the Ground Zero update. I'm not sure if it will be the next one, but maybe around the next update or 2 at least. Maybe maximum 3 updates. I mean, it's going really well right now. So that's everything for this update. And I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it was informative for you. Make sure you are in the Discord once again. Make sure you're ready for the wipe, because I have a feeling there's going to be quite a lot of players. Over the past couple of days, we've had like 50 pop on the server a couple of times. So I'm really excited to see all of you guys checking out the new Flea Market, checking out the new features. And that's basically it. I'll see you in the next video and on the server, of course. Good luck, guys.